Hello, my name is Jeff Best with Devil's Rope Studio. I do sculptures out of reclaimed and repurposed barbed wire. A lot of people ask me how I got started using barbed wire for sculpting, and it all started back when I would make little figurines for my kids to take to school for show and tell out of coat hangers. And one day I was walking a property that we newly purchased, and I found some barbed wire, and I thought that would be really interesting to do a deer head out of barbed wire. So that's how it all started, going from coat hangers to barbed wire. My first large commission piece was a foal, bugle, and elk by a business in northern Michigan. And my challenge to that was I'd never done a full body animal before, so I needed to pay attention to the proportions. And so I ended up projecting an image on my wall, traced out that image, and then I worked off of that image. So that was allowed me to keep the proportions from the front to the back in really good shape. And that's how I've done every piece of work since then, and it works very well. The sculpture I brought to Art Prize 9 is called a Salvere Hitch. And Salvere is a Latin term for to be saved. And since I use saved, reclaimed, repurposed wire, I thought it was an appropriate name for this sculpture. And it's representing a family unit, a mother, father, child relationship, with the mother and father being represented by the draft horses, and then the foal, obviously, representing the child. I've taken the draft horses and I put responsibility on their back, if you will, which is represented by the harnesses. A traditional harness that you would see on a working draft horse throughout the Amish community, and taking those and representing the fact that we have responsibilities in our life, whether it be having the mortgage or education or providing health care for a family, whatever it may be. Those are things that are important, but they're responsibilities that that are placed upon us whether we want them or not, if we want to raise a family. And so what I've done though is the traditional way to hook a harnessed horse up to what they're towing is to run them off the tugs. That's the side of the harnesses that actually hooks to the trailer or whatever it is that they're pulling. In my case, with this sculpture, I've taken the reins, which would steer the draft horses, and I've taken those reins and I've wrapped those around the foal. To represent the fact that a good relationship between a family, a parent and a child, allows the child to have some input. Of course, the large draft horses can overpower the foal and determine the destination fairly easy, but I think in a good parent relationship there's some input and there's some give and take and a little bit of the help from the foal to be able to determine the direction is a family unit. And I think that if you look at it and look at all of the pieces and parts of it, you'll understand or come away with an idea of what I was trying to say.